Hello everyone, this is episode 9. In today's episode we change the timetabling of the East Coast Mainline to use scheduled dispatch and establish some local stopping services between York and London. Stay tuned. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of my OpenTTD series playing the JGR patch pack. I think we're in episode 9 now. This is where we left off in the city of London. Last time we got some settings going to change it to the clock. Hopefully you found that quite interesting. And today what we're going to do is we'll get the game going and we are going to quickly get the other services that are running on the London to York line under a timetable that doesn't clash with the high-speed trains going from Hull to London. Okay, so we're going to get that going today. So what we're going to do, we're going to zoom into Hull and we're going to have a quick peep at this timetable for this train here. And what I want to do is to have a look at roughly when they are departing King's Cross and departing Hull. So this one is going to depart Hull at 18:30. So if I write that down, 18:30, but then it departs London King's Cross at after 20 minutes at 19:27. That's after 20 mins of turnaround time at the terminus station, so we'll kind of remember that. Okay, so it takes so that's what that's going to do. Now the service from York is going to be slightly quicker because it doesn't have the leg from Hull to Selby. It's quite a shorter distance down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a look at the timetabling for, I'm going to pin that up there, the Hull service. I'm going to have a look at the timetable here for this service. Now, if this one departs, we need to change all of the, let's do that actually whilst we're here. So we said we're going to stay at all of the terminus, all of the stopping stations for 10 minutes. So I can do that by clicking Control and click, and that'll just change all of the station times. And so we'll change the yard time to 15 minutes, change that to 15, so we're doing this, so we're being consistent at least. At King's Cross we're going to be 20 minutes, and when we get back up to Hull we're going to be 10 and 10 minutes. Okay, so ultimately what we want is, we know there's a service from Hull to King's Cross every 90 minutes. Okay, so what we're going to try and do is every other, I guess the times in between at every 30-minute interval, but not at that time, the same time as the Hull train. I'm going to try and get a train down into King's Cross. So what we're going to do is, just to make it easy for ourselves, we'll go here and we are going to do schedule dispatch. Okay, and we're going to click add a schedule. Now I should have left that open, shouldn't I, for the other train. Let's go over to Hull, get one of those trains open. Let's pin that back up. So let's remind myself I'm not going to close that one, and we'll go to the timetable for this one and the schedule dispatch. So this goes from 6:30 to 11 o'clock. Okay. So this one is going to go. How do I remove? Two schedules here, haven't I? I don't want to schedule dispatch. Okay. Let's go to the previous one, the first schedule. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a add. Oops. I'm going to add some schedule's not active. So we're going to enable this one. I'm going to manage the schedule and remove. Let's go next. What we can do is we can remove this one. Remove the schedule. Remove the schedule. Okay, so we've still got one schedule here. Okay, so first of all we want to assign the order for departing York. Assign schedule is there. Okay. So roughly we know it might take a little bit long. Might be a little bit quicker, but roughly we want to add. I've done it again, haven't I? It's this one. It's add departure slot rather than add schedule. So we're going to do one from 6. Let's do one that's depart at 6. Actually, let's just add a departure slot. Let's just do every hour. So I'm in control and add departure slot. Figure out what we're doing here. Every hour, on the hour. And we're going to have it ending. Let's do it at midnight. Last train at midnight. So yeah, so last one's going to be midnight. Hopefully that helps put it in. Add departure slot. Oh, that didn't work, did it? Okay, I have to do the midnight one manually. So every hour, so let's go back. Every hour. And we end it. What do we say? We'll run that at 10 o'clock then. So we've got 11 o'clock going from Hull. So add the departure slot. Okay, so this one is 1800. And it we needed the 1830, but we can kind of work it out, can't we? So this one departs York at 1800. And then departs London King's Cross at 1857. So that's roughly about the same, isn't it? Because the whole one was 1830 to 1927, so that was roughly just under an hour. Yeah, that's works out fine. So at 6 o'clock, we've then got the. Oh, is that gonna match? So let's go into here. Maybe what we should have done is manage schedule, clear departure slots. Okay, what we're going to do is the easiest way maybe to do it is manually use this to add all of the departure slots from 6 every half an hour until 23:30. Okay, and all of them, and any that conflict with the time on from the whole service over here, we're going to delete. So the 6:30, 8 o'clock, 9:30, 11, 12:30, 2 o'clock, 15:30, 1700, 18:30, 8 o'clock, 21:30, and 11 o'clock. I'm also going to add a departure slot at midnight, which look a little bit weird because it's the opposite way around, but that's fine. It's the start of the day. Okay, now this says we require 4 vehicles. How many do we have? We've got 6, so we don't need that many. So we can put some to stable in. So what we can do is we can stop sharing. When it gets to the yard, the depot, we can tell that one to stop. So we can just tell it to skip there, can't we? Okay, 33 and 30. Oh, this one's over there. This one's in King's Cross already. There isn't a depot down there, but we can stop sharing. Just tell it to go there, and then tell it to stop when it gets over. You can't see that. It's just. So yeah. So what I've done is I've stopped sharing the orders, and then when I've skipped it to York, so it unloads. At least I get some money for it, and then nope, don't want that. And then I've changed the service to stop, so it'll get to this depot and then stop. Okay, so that's those two. So we'll be down to 4 at that point, and that'll get our schedule dispatch going. So let's see what's going on here. So this one here, and to go to the timetable straight away, you can click control and then the orders. Okay, so it says there the hover. So this one is there, it's going to depart. This is in 8 minutes. Okay, and then that's going to be the departing at 1800. There's a little bit of a gap there, so it'll take a while for that service to get kind of sort itself out with all of with what we've just done there on the timetable. I think while that's going, then what we're going to do is we haven't got the service down here. What I was hoping to do was start the local services running on the kind of the stopping services all the way down, but here we haven't got a depot for the stopping services. So I'm just going to build a little depot. I'm trying to think of where that nicely would be. Maybe the depot can be down here, maybe, instead of. Let's have a look. So if we go into transparent mode, we've got one buffer, haven't we? So that's length of 6. There's not enough space there, is there? With the depots, maybe seeing if I could squeeze it in there. Maybe we'll just do it down here. Yeah, let's do that. So we were just using the standard rail here, wasn't we? So I'm just going to build a depot quickly and then come back, and then we'll get the services running. Right, here we are. We're going to look at some rolling stock then for these kind of long distance stopping services. Would have liked them to have gone a little bit faster, but we're still, the game is pretty much in, I think, 1985, something like that, 1980 something. Let's have a quick double check of if there's anything on with the third rail construction to see if there's anything we would prefer, because this rolling stock GRF gives us different options. See, there's a lot more options here. They're still going. I see that there's 90s, so maybe we'll change to a third rail What if I really want to? What's this? Multiple unit, passenger, suburban. Normally then they have like an express passenger. So these Pullmans are quite good. I was using them. Let's maybe use those. I've been using them down on the kind of want to call it the line between London and Reading, the Great Western Line, I guess, if you want to call it that. Okay, so let's timetable this up. So we go here twice. After the yard we go to here. At the yards, no loading. No loading. And then in the middle of that we go to York twice. Unload and leave empty on the second one, and then we go from York, we stop off at Pontefract. We go to Doncaster. Do we mix? So we don't mix the lines there, so that's fine. Don't need to put any waypoints in between. We go to Newark, Grantham. Quite a long stopping line, this one. Hopefully get these towns expanding with some regular services. Oops. So I'm just pressing the hotkey G to select the go-to. It does then stay on, which is quite good. And then we go to here. Okay, King's Cross and all the way back. Okay, so timetabling this one then, we don't automate it. We don't auto separate. There wasn't auto separation. Just double check what so in King's Cross, just double check that these didn't have auto separation on. No. Scheduled dispatch removes that. Okay, so change the time. So we do everything 10 days. Don't want to be that long for that service. Maybe let's do 10 days in the, when we get to York, let's do 15. Is that what we had for these? Yeah, we had slightly longer at York, and then we had slightly longer at King's Cross. Just to help us catch up if we was running late. Okay, that looks roughly right. We need to automate it. I think we need to let it go first before we can get a scheduled dispatch. And again on this one, what we want to do is, well, we're departing nearly every 30 minutes, didn't we, from York. So let's do it every, so we've enabled that. Want that to be where it's scheduling dispatching from. We're going to add loads of departure slots. We're going to do every half an hour from 6 o'clock, but let's offset it a little bit, just to help with passengers, until 23. Well, actually the local services, it's going to take a while to get back, isn't it? So the last local service will depart, let's say 10:15. Apologies there. Just had someone at the door. So where was I? So a bit of an offset. Got all those going. The last train will take a while to come all the way back around. Because we haven't run the timetable yet, not everything's timetable, it hasn't filled it in properly. So it doesn't tell us how many it's going to need. So we'll get that one going so it fills in the timetable. So we turn that off so we don't know how many it is. And yeah, it's not done any of its. One thing I've realised in between the other videos is that I've been setting speed restrictions on the signals, but we should be able to set speed. I thought we could. Are we not able to put speed restrictions on here? I've seen it before. I thought there was like a speed restriction. Release hot shared orders. Maybe not. Thought I've seen that before. So in here what we're going to have to do then is, well, I want to do a similar thing to what we was doing up here, where we set all of these to be 30. I've also found a nice hotkey as well in that. Once I've got a signal, if I press Control and click the signal, it opens up the signal programming, so that's quite handy. Oops. I'm going to copy that one up. You can't see that one. I'm going to copy that one up there to set the. I'm going to. I've done it again, haven't I? I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to. How do I? Reset is. Okay, so I'm copying it. I'm going to move this up, so it just restricts the speed for everything, either direction. And again, I can click that, Control click, and copy that one. Restrict the speed to 30. And then here, I'm just going to. They're slightly slower, these trains, so I was going to. Let's do this. Found I can. Copy that one, restrict it to 50, and then here just remove the speed restriction. Speed restriction, remove the speed restriction. So that's departing. I'll wait for 10 minutes, okay. That's fine. So we'll leave that running then. Let's have a look down. Oh, could I just use that other train? Need to create some like control clicks. So in here, oh, look, these. So they'll go this way and that way. So that restricts the speed, but that doesn't. So I'm going to copy that. Copy that one. Copy that one. That one. Just going to copy that one. That's interesting, actually. That wasn't a one-way pass signal. What I'm going to do is to get this going, to get all of these timetables, I'm going to change these and change. I'm not going to automate it. I'm going to change the time just to stay for 0 minutes, and I can change that as we go. So hopefully that should mean that skips. If not, I'll skip it now. I want it to autofill. And hopefully as that's going down, that'll help populate this, populate the. You see that. So that's gone in there. I would have preferred that service to have gone to the terminating platforms that we've got here, the terminus platforms. So let's have a look at the. Again, I can do my newfound hotkey. Okay, York slow exit. So yeah, so we could put the York Slough South exit on here, so that it knows that this ordering for these signals that we did in the last episode work. Was it in the last episode or the one before? Worked at some point, because the waypoint's down here. You can see the little sign here. Okay. We're going to double check down as that's running. Let's go down to King's Cross to make sure that we haven't got any of the any route finding restrictions, any signal programming down here. So what we want to do here, don't we, is so we're going to insert if entry direction is from the back of the signal, and if the length of the train length is, so if it's 6 or less, is less than or equal to 6, then insert, well, deny, but we'll change it to allow, so we need to insert a deny to everything. Okay, so they'll go into those. So what we need to do now is just share those orders. I'll share the programming. Share the programming. Put that there, and hopefully that'll stop. Yeah, so pop it open on the other side now. So share that one. That one. I'm going to share that one. Share that one. Signals are the same. Helps if I click the right one, doesn't it? So that's that one. And what we also want to do is on these. If I press, if I hold control when this is open, what are these? Duplicate the selected instruction. Control click to append. Oh, okay. Share onto. Stop sharing the program. Control click to set other signals to share with this program. Oh, right, okay. So I can copy this one. If trail length is greater than 6, then allow. I want to share onto that one. That one. Oh, that's good. So I can do one. Click share onto. I can just click all this program, all the signals that I want to do. That's fantastic. I didn't realise that. That's really good. That's going to save a bit of time. So this one's running. What I'll do then is, I think in between episodes, we'll leave this running, and then we'll get the scheduled dispatch working. We might make some of these looking a bit prettier. They look a bit bland at the minute. Kind of go from there. We need to start getting some of these towns and cities growing. I don't like that. They need to be in the middle, don't they? So that needs to be. These need to be all in the middle, just to make it stop in the middle of the platform. Otherwise, by automatically it goes to the end. Let's do that. Yeah. So I'll leave these running and kind of go from there. So what's next then? So we've done this service, we've got that, we're kind of using the line that we built, and we spent quite a lot of money on it. The money's going up. I think from the last episode we was in 10 million, now we're in 11, so that's good. We're making some money. Let's have a quick look at which group is making the most money. Done a profit this year. Okay, and this is the service from Paddington to Reading is making the most money. That's quite nice. Followed by the tube service, and then the services from York to Paddington. Okay, so we're making quite a bit of money. There's some services that are losing money. Still don't really understand why. Need to look at that a bit more. But yeah, so what's next then? If anyone's got any suggestions of where we go next with the network, do we continue expanding out into maybe up into Birmingham? I think I created a planned list of Euston to Birmingham, so do we do that kind of line? We've done King's Cross to York. We've kind of followed that one. Kind of that one. We didn't go that far, did we? We stopped in Reading. We didn't go that far. Do we extend there? That's the circle line. So we can. Let me delete that one. So, is there anything you want to suggest, or do we move slightly up north, away from what we've done, and maybe do some lines between, say, for example, Edinburgh and Glasgow? That might be a good service to get going. Be interesting with all of the different elevation heights and things like that. Do we do something between Manchester and Liverpool? Again, that's quite a nice collection of towns and cities we can stop off and start building along. Or do we do something kind of in the West Country, kind of lines down from Birmingham down to Bristol and beyond? So yeah, looking forward to your suggestions. And yeah, I think we'll leave the video there. I've been going for just over 30 minutes. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. No track building, but we're getting a couple of services. Well, we've got one new service going, and hopefully sorted out timetables to space out on the line. So yeah, put in your suggestions in the comments what you want to see next, and I'll look out for them, and hopefully we can put them into episode 10 or maybe the one in the future, because I do record a couple of episodes together back to back. So yeah, thanks for watching. Give it a thumbs up, give it a like and everything, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.